Ladies, gamers, and gentlemen, welcome to BelleNOiRtv. You are watching Cast My Game Community Casts episode 28. My name, as some of you already know, is BelleNOiR, and my hair looks absolutely dreadful. I have to wash my hair after I finish the cast today, and I gotta trim that beard. But I won't be doing that straight after the cast, as I'll be streaming Sleeping Dogs when we finish. Those who did not catch the yesterday's stream, you are missing out, as it is a very, very nice game. So let me just run the unit preloader here so that we don't have any lags, and we shall get right on to your replays. So how are you doing today? Everything cool, I hope? Yesterday was one long game. I don't know if that was a long game yesterday, but yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna be continuing Sleeping Dogs straight after this cast, though. Wait a minute, am I actually recording this? Might have to restart the stream. Oh yeah, I am. I'm actually recording this, which is beautiful, because I would hate to where are we? Movies. Yeah, I'll need to delete this one. Huh. Interesting. Alright, so as you can see, the preloader is nicely running in the second window there. That's a nifty thing right there, isn't it? And as usual, we have 3 replays. Let us get right on to it. Episode 28. So we got a PvP, a ZVP, and PvT. Not enough Terrans and Zergs, I'm afraid. I apologize for that. And we have Akelon, Whirlwind, and Belshir Vestige as our maps. So, welcome everybody to the stream. Davidthor, Deadmeat, Jacko, PacWac. Let's start with BurnheAD versus Yumeka, which is a ZVP on Whirlwind. And then we'll jump onto the other replays as well. Alright. So I hope we are. Yes, we are. Okay. So here we are on Whirlwind. This is Cast My Game episode 28 that you're watching right now. My name is BelleNOiR, of course, and these are community casts of your replays that you send to BelleNOiR@sesnam.cz with the title Cast My Game. All of these are Masters versus Masters 1v1s between 10 and 30 minutes long. In the bottom right, we have from Team Independent the red Zerg player BurnheAD, who submitted this replay. And in the top right, we have Yumeka, which is a blue Protoss. That is going to be his opponent for today. Yumeka probably going to go with a Forge Fast Expand, putting his pylon all the way down here and not scouting after it, which kind of leads me to believe that he will be going for a Nexus first build. But ooh, what is this? A 10 pool? No, wait a minute, that actually looks like an 8 pool. Oh my goodness. This is a... Okay, so this is either a very high pressure build, or what it can be is a highly economical build as well. But judging by the fact that this drone is scouting out, it's a very aggressive opening here, a pressure build. He'll be scouting out the location of his opponent very quickly. 6 slings on the way as soon as that Overlord pops. So I wonder how. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! BurnheAD! Oh Jesus! Yumeka! No, you didn't! Oh no, you didn't! Oh my goodness! This drone immediately coming back, going to try to probably block the wall from going up, and Yumeka has not scouted at all. He doesn't know this is coming. We have 6 lings on the way. Oh my goodness, this may be very, very bad here for Yumeka. The last... Oh my god, the pylon is part of the wall. The power radius does not extend all the way over to here, so Yumeka can't actually wall off unless he drops down a pylon right now, but he doesn't, and the probe does get picked off. The Zerglings have free reign of the natural, and very probably... Oh, look at this. Look at this, how many probes are being pulled. And he has to save this Nexus from going down. Where are the cannons? Yumeka needs to put down a cannon, losing so many probes. Oh my goodness. This is one of the worst beginnings to a PvZ from the Protoss perspective that I have ever seen in my casting career. 7 probes already have gone down, and those links don't look like they are going to be going down anytime soon. Jesus Christ. This was a spectacular opening by BurnheAD, not so much by Yumeka. Still 3 lings running around the base, trying to regenerate as much health as possible, picking off probes where they can, but getting another kill there. But 2 Zerglings versus 4 probes, not a really good fight there. And as a result, we see that Yumeka is not a little bit, but actually a lot behind, with only 15 probes, where he should have been having 20, 25 at this time. Oh my goodness. Another probe being attacked in the main base, but this time Yumeka is on top of things now. Pretty much this opening rules out, if we look from the BurnheAD perspective here, he knows how much his opponent is delayed. He knows there are no ranged units going to be coming out in the foreseeable future. We see that the Cybercore only just now is being built with a 1 minute and 15-second delay on that. Right? So what I was trying to get at is this pretty much rules out any Stargate play. It rules out, most importantly, any form of Immortal Sentry all-ins for Yumeka. So BurnheAD can just go ahead and only build drones, nothing else, for the next 2 minutes. And he actually knows the timing of the Cybercore. Now given the fact that the warp gate technology takes 160 seconds to complete. With Chrono Boost, that's about 2 minutes. He knows that he does not have to build any units until 1 minute from now, the earliest. The earliest he has to start building units is 1 minute from now. We see him dropping down double evolution chambers, getting speed for his Zerglings. The speed should finish before the warp gate is done, so even if Yumeka wants to try and go ahead with some sort of a gateway heavy push, it's not gonna work. He's trying to go for it, dropping down as many as 6 gates, so he'll be on 7 here. Oh my god, an 8 gate. Now this is not going to work. This should not work. Especially since Yumeka did build those gases a little bit sooner than he necessarily had to, and he doesn't have +1 for his Zealots. Let's look what the tech choice for BurnheAD is going to be as his lair is finished. Of course it is going to be the Spire. that's the best transition you can go for. Just mass Lings and go mutas. He does have a lot of gas starting to bank up, currently at 300, and will be at about 12 to 1500 by the time the Spire finishes. Now we see the proxy pylon going down for Yumeka. BurnheAD going to go ahead and scout. The link speed is finishing. He's going to pick off this probe and going to find the pylon as well. Aren't you going to take out the pylon? Should have definitely taken out the pylon, but I think these links were just clicked on the map to try to scout. 30 links in production. This is not the best situation for BurnheAD because he needs to save up that larva so that he has enough for enough Mutalisks when the Spire finishes. The Spire is getting close to finished. Should synchronize with another larva pop. Let's see how many larvae we have at our disposal. 7 is going to start rising. 8, and it's dropping immediately as the Mutalisks are entering production cycles. 2 Spine Crawlers are going to try to hold the Zerglings at bay. They are going to be very effective versus those Zealots. Without the +1, they are not as good, but more and more Zealots means that the Zerglings will start to fall. Eventually, the Spine Crawlers are killed. 11 Mutalisks about to pop. Will this be enough? There is no Guardian Shield available. He has to get those Mutalisks together. He might even sacrifice the natural base. He does have the third. And looks like he's not defending all that well. I mean, he depleted almost all of his gas, but those Mutalisks are just not fighting together, and he lost quite a bit of those. 6 mutas on the field, 2 more in production, and 16 more links. This natural is going to fall, and there's nothing mining here at the third base. How many drones were killed? 8 probes and 9 drones, putting us to equal economies. But right now, BurnheAD is losing a lot of production. We don't have any Spine Crawlers being built here at the high ground, and with the links and the mutas, BurnheAD has to try and push this back. Once he can kill this army, if he can kill this army off, he will have practically won with another link reinforcement. This should be a non-issue for him. But I have to say that the Protoss player was not macroing correctly. He skipped 1 or 2 warpins. The third base is going to be saved as well, and when the +1 flyer attacks finish, those Stalkers are going to have a hard time defending. How many Stalkers do we have on the field? Come to think about it, 6 versus 7 versus 9 Mutalisks. That's still a very good situation here for BurnheAD. As long as he can target fire down the Stalkers, he should be completely fine. So we are going in, cleaning up the proxy pylons, rebuilding the hatch, I hope. No, he's not. He's not. He's going with a 2-base all-in, not even caring about his economy at this point. I have to say that can be a dangerous choice, because if Yumeka has cannons here and he's protected, then he's not going to break this. Unfortunately for Yumeka, no cannons, which means the Zealots and the Sentries is everything that is holding the Zerglings at bay. Now the most important thing here is not to get your Mutalisks killed. You don't have that many of them, only 12. And this is too many Stalkers for those Mutas to handle, I think. With more Zealots, those Stalkers should stay alive, and the Protoss should be able to beat this army. But oh my god, but the Zealots are all in the back. Nevertheless, it is going to be enough to drive BurnheAD away from now, and I think at this point he realizes he kind of needs to build a hatchery and build up his drone count a little bit, because if the Protoss pushes out in force, he may be in some trouble, this time with +1 as well. A lot of pylons going down because the Protoss player does not want to be supply blocked at all, and BurnheAD is kind of gearing towards the last defense. The Mutalisks are getting target fired down, and the Zealots in a beautiful position to intercept the Zerglings. The Mutalisks are not holding up as great, though. They need to be target firing down the Stalkers, but they're not doing so. But even so, the Stalkers are falling despite the protection of the Guardian Shield, and with no Zealots on the ground to protect those Stalkers, the Zerglings could go around and try to snipe them off. Nice force fields there to try to save as many Stalkers as possible. The Zealots are being taken out by the Mutalisks, and that means the Stalkers' days are numbered, and they have to retreat. And this should be all for the Protoss player. I don't know if he's got anything left in him. Still mining only off of 2 bases. The Zerg rebuilding the natural base will give him an advantage later on in the game. Double Stargate going down. Yumeka is going to count on the fact that his opponent is just fixated on the Mutalink production. He is going to get 6 to 8 Phoenixes and hope that he can take out the Mutas and then take out his Zerg opponent with a subsequent gateway reinforcements of predominantly Zealots. If we look at the upgrades, it's 1-1 for the ground, +1 for the air, and only +1 on the ground for the Protoss player. Right now, BurnheAD will be waiting a little bit. He very wisely does have these links in position to scout for additional probes and pylons, and we'll be sending a couple over here to scout for the 3rd base. If the 3rd base is not going down, then BurnheAD pretty much knows that he has to start producing units again. Has he actually stopped producing units? Only for a little while. Did pump out a small amount of drones. So another attack here by the Mutas. I don't know if this is the best choice, but there's not that many Stalkers defending. The Zealots are going to take out the Zerglings eventually. They are not in the best of positions to do so, though, because they are choking themselves up. And now the Phoenixes are coming in with good micro. Yumeka should be fine here and could just go for a Gateway Phoenix follow-up off of this. Will he do it soon enough, and will the defenses of BurnheAD hold, as his main is about to mine out in about 2 minutes time, and his natural does not have long to go neither. Whereas BurnheAD, losing this hatch so early on, he does have that additional boost in income that he is going to need. He just needs to build a little bit more drones here. It looks like Yumeka not wanting to attack. He realizes that he is in a little bit of a trouble, because as his main and his natural will begin to be mined out, he is going to need a 3rd base. So he is putting that down right now. I don't know if BurnheAD scouted that. No, he has not. But again, I really like these moves that he's pulling off. Always, always, always sending these Zerglings for scouting purposes, having as much map presence as available. And now he does see that the 3rd base is going down. How is he going to react? He's going to build a couple of Corruptors to safeguard his Mutalisks. And is he going to start droning up, though? Unfortunately, he doesn't see the advancing army of the Protoss player, who, despite all BurnheAD's attempts, avoids detection. But now he should know. Yeah, he does see that little dot there on the minimap. The Corruptors are going in to intercept the Phoenixes, but now all of the army should attack at once. Again, the Zealots in the back need to make their way through the Stalkers, but as long as those Phoenixes are not able to get at those Mutalisks and the Zerglings clean up the Stalkers, this should be a good fight for BurnheAD to take. Might eventually even win him the game, and right now, well, there's just too many Mutalisks remaining, and with those Corruptors hunting those Phoenixes down, as soon as he kills those off, he should be victorious, and doesn't even come to that, as Yumeka realizes that he lost this game. So what do you guys think? Zerg can be super greedy. If Toss wins this, I am impressed. Well, he didn't, so you have no reason to be impressed. And, well, I don't think that was an awkward game, actually. I think it was a very good game, just showcasing the benefits of aggressive openings on big maps for Zerg, without it being a cheese. It would have been something entirely different had Yumeka scouted, that's number one, and number two, if he went for a gateway opener, it would have been a different story, just because of that mothership core being out straight after the natural nexus being put down, and then followed by a zealot or a sentry, probably a zealot in this circumstance, and that would actually put the Zerg player behind because he sacrificed so much of his economy to do this opening. And with a follow-up gateway attack off of a gateway expand, the Protoss should have reaped the benefits of that strategy. So it is a little bit of a risky opening. Most of the time only works as long as your Protoss opponent is doing a Forge expand as opposed to the gateway expand. But even so, even with the Forge expands, had he scouted, he might have been able to scout what his opponent is doing and finish the wall off before the Zerglings got in, and that would have put him ahead. Nevertheless, he did not, as a result lost the game, and let us go into the second game of today. This is going to be a PvP on BelleNOiRtv Vestige, submitted by PacWac. Let's take a look at that. Alright, jumping straight into the game on BelleNOiRtv Vestige. Here we have the BelleNOiRtv hero PacWac submitting this replay in the red colors, spawning in the bottom right, and in the top left we have Winter of the blue Protoss. Yeah, I mean, I know, yeah, and not telling who submitted the replay is kind of, you know, some people, especially the people who are submitting the replays, want me to tell at the start of the game who submitted the replay, and the other guys that don't submit the replays don't want me to tell, so I'm kind of torn on that. You can never please anybody, anyways, so... Right, looks like both of these guys are opening up pretty standard with a 13 gate. Oh, a 12 gate for Winter. Kind of tells me he wants to be going for a maybe he wants to be going for a timing here. We'll have to see how much chrono boost he ends up banking up. But neither of these players actually scouting their natural bases, so both of these guys would probably end up dying to proxy 2 gates being built here, or even here. They're not even checking the watchtowers to see if there is any suspicious probe movement going on. So that's a little bit of a mistake. Gases and pollen's going down for both of these guys. A very quick second gas here for PacWac on 16 before the Cyber Core. Hence he's not using his chrono boost as opposed to his opponent, because if he did, he would not have had enough money to build this Cyber Core right now. Bam, and it's going down. Now his opponent's Cyber Core is approximately 10 seconds earlier. He's still putting every single ounce of chrono boost he's got into the Nexus, so he's going to be a little bit ahead in probe count, maybe, but just a little bit. Second gate going down for PacWac, so going to be opening up with 3 Stalkers, optionally 5 Stalkers, to put a lot of pressure onto his opponent. He does have a very good scouting here, as he does see that Winter does put down a kind of a delayed second gate. I can't say I'm a really big fan of this, just because I'm not. I just think these sorts of builds that Winter is showing us right now are not as refined and are sub-efficient. He does know the timing for the Stalker though, so does get out of the base before the Stalker pops. Both players mining with 6 probes on the gas, and here we have the first tech choice being shown to us by PacWac. It is going to be a Twilight Council. Given the fact that he opened with double gate, I pretty much believe that this is going to be Blink play, because if those were Dark Templars, he probably would have opened up with a single gate. Although you can still go for DTs off of 2 gates. It's just that you're wasting your minerals, sort of. With DTs, you generally want to get out an expansion, and if you put down that second gate too early, you're wasting minerals that could have been put into probe production. So let us see. Yes, it is going to be Blink, just as I suspected. The tech choice for his opponent is going to be 0 for now. Going to be, probably should be putting down a Robo relatively soon. It really seems to me like Winter is kind of like winging this build. He's improvising it. He doesn't have it flashed out yet, I don't think. So he's just abiding by the basic principles of macro: never skip production, never skip probes, never get supply blocked. And he's doing a good job of it, being up on food count quite considerably, considering, I mean, compared to his opponent. Getting the Robo facility down right now, that is not going to be as useful, although he might be able to stall for a little bit and get his first Immortal out before there is too many Stalkers to counter him. But the Blink attack is on the way. PacWac, of course, warping in units back home. Oh, but they get picked off. The Blink is not finished yet, which means he just lost one Stalker for free. Will lose a second one, most probably. He is moving his units back instead of attacking because he sees that there is a very large Stalker force attacking, and he doesn't miss the force field, but he needs another warping of units back home and a sentry as well to try to hold on for a while longer, because that force field is about to fall. Where is your sentry? There is none. Now he does have blinks, and he is coming to defend this army from two sides, so he might be able to do this, but it is going to take some very, very heavy micro to do, as he is totally outnumbered here compared to his opponent, who's just using basic target firing to get rid of these Stalkers. The army size is dwindling here for Winter, second by second, as he does not have a close enough reinforcement pylon. But look at the resources lost. PacWac lost a lot more than he necessarily had to. He does have proxy pylons here, so he can go on the counter-offensive, but he's forgetting that there is still an army at his doorstep that he has not yet taken care of. And lucky for him, we have 0 Immortals in production. 4th Gateway instead being added on. This is very interesting, because usually when you see Blink as a player that does not have that technology researched, you want to be pulling back, because there is no chance you can stand toe-to-toe in a battle with a player with Blink, in a Stalker versus Stalker battle. So PacWac going on to the offensive, going to try to do as much damage as he can while his main base is under attack, and all the gateways are unpowered at this moment. He has to pull probes. He's losing a lot of them. 12 probes have gone down. Will this turn into a base race, actually? And you know, PacWac, he can actually build a Dark Shrine here or here and try to go for DTs. I don't think this is going to be his choice, but he doesn't have enough to build a Nexus either way, so maybe and he can't even warp in units. Oh my goodness, the main Nexus is getting targeted down. The probes are coming there as well, but they can't. Neither of these players can actually build a Nexus at this point. Both Nexuses right now are dead. Oh my goodness. Who is going to kill the buildings faster? After all of these after all bases are killed, both bases are killed, there is 1 pylon here for Winter and 2 pylons here. And here for PacWac. Never mind that probes can actually build additional structures somewhere out on the map. How many probes does 2 probes. They are here, both of them, with the army. Let's look at the unit counts. 9 Stalkers versus 9. This alone should give the advantage to PacWac, but there are also 6 Zealots to buffer for those Stalkers, which will force PacWac, if a battle happens, to kite back from the Zealots, and that practically means that he cannot utilize his Blink Micro as efficiently. Oh my goodness, Winter, why are you... Okay, you have another pylon here. You're going after these. I think he sees them. He should. Okay, he sees the pylons, he has the attack queued up. But this pylon is also seen by PacWac. PacWac does have the blink, which means he can go around this army. Where are the other structures? You need to build a structure here. PacWac, come on. You don't have to defend these pylons. Build a structure and go take out the last pylon of your opponent. What the hell are you doing? Oh my goodness, that was so close! Building the pylon at the last possible second with his probe. Oh my god. And now he can just blink around this army. He doesn't have to engage. He can blink past. He does have the mobility advantage. This last pylon is under attack by the probes. The army is cutting off the reinforcements here. But another pylon being built here by Winter as he takes out this one. PacWac, where are your probes? Build a pylon, probe. Build a... Okay, he's building a pylon in his former base. Looks like we do have a battle here. All he cares about is that one pylon. He wants to get that one pylon down. Will he get it? Only 2 Stalkers remaining. This might not have been the best decision, but PacWac wins with 1 Stalker left and 11 probes. Oh my god. What have I just seen? Wow. Okay. Sacrificing all your remaining units to kill 1 pylon and counting on the fact that your opponent will not have enough resources or APM to quickly build another pylon of your own. Stupid move, but it paid out. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Right, that was game number 2. We're going to go into game number 3, which is going to be Reitor versus Mech. PvT on Akron Wastes. So once again, you're watching BelleNOiRtv. My name is BelleNOiR, and this show is called Cast My Game, a show where I cast your replays that you submit. If you have a 1v1 master versus master replay that you would like us to cast, it has to be between 10 to 30 minutes long, approximately. Exceptions are made in the case of very, very good games. You can send it to BelleNOiR@seznam.cz with the title Cast My Game. That one is important because otherwise it will end up in a spam box. Please include a short description telling us what roughly happened in the game, and please indicate your player name in the replay so that we know who you are. If you have any other shoutouts you would like us to give to the audience during the casts, include your streams, websites, teams, anything you want. And we'll try to make sure that we do indeed make those shoutouts. Speaking of shoutouts, I should make a couple here, I think. So PacWac, of course, PacWac's Twitter is PacWac. Unsurprising. So you can go on ahead and follow him on Twitter if you so desire. Alright, let's go into the game, into the next game. So, Reitor versus Mech. This is probably taken either from a tournament or a practice session. Because the colors do not correspond to the colors that you get. Oh, actually they do. It's blue and red. What the hell? Alright, never mind. Going into the game, we see that the Protoss player from esubaI Intel, Reitor, he is spawning in the top position on Echelon Wastes, wearing red colors, and his Terran opponent is going to go ahead and be Mech, the blue Protoss, Terran, excuse me, and he's spawning in the bottom position here. So, this map for Protosses, what you can do on this map is very good for blink plays, as you have this whole area you can use for blink, and you have also this area here that you can use to blink over, just using a mothership core to give you vision. For the Terran players, it's pretty much straightforward. Mech can work on this map if you utilize a lot of tanks covering these choke points, and you try to press through the center, always having control of the center area if you're playing Mech. But if you're playing, if both of you are playing standard, pretty much what it means is that Protoss players want fast free bases, but not this base. They want to be taking this base as their third one. Just because of the drop capability of the Terran player, jumping with drops from here to here and back, it's very difficult to defend unless you go for a fast blink, which is also an option if you take that base as your third, and defend with blink, and then transition into, and go Colossi of course, and transition into High Templar quickly after taking your third base. Regarding engagements, basically, if you're going for High Templars, it's okay to engage in these open positions here because you'll have a lot of charge lots, but you have to get to that stage. Before you get to that stage, or if you're not going High Temps and you're going Colossi, you want to be engaging at the chokes. Conversely, as a Terran player, you want to engage in the open spaces because that gives you a lot more ability to micro, avoid the storms, split your army, and basically nullify the AoE capabilities of the Protoss race, be it Colossi or Storms. It doesn't matter. If you have more room to split, better for you. Force fields are going to be not as effective as a result of that. And we see that Mech is opening up with a very quick factory and a reactor, both of which were scouted by Reitor, so let's see what his response to this will be. Probably he'll be forced to get a lot of Stalkers just to be able to defend versus possible Hellions that will be coming out, and there we have them queued up. He already has a pylon here on his ramp, so that he can wall off very efficiently here, just one gate and a Zealot, and you don't have to worry about Hellion Rumbais any longer. He also is mining off of two gases here, immediately going for a Stargate. That's a beautiful move by Reitor because there is not going to be that much of a in terms of anti-air for Mech for quite a while. He'll be focusing almost exclusively on a ground army. Maybe he will get a medevac with this as well, and try to go for a Widow Mine drop and a Hellion Rumbai at the same time. This SCV meanwhile has scouted that there is an expansion going down. And Reitor, well, he'll have to defend two fronts, so he would be very wise to put down either a forge or two additional gateways. I'm more in the favor of forge, however, because it gives you detection, and you don't have to build more than like one cannon per mineral line, and you can actually focus on getting as many Phoenixes out as possible, dumping your Chrono Boost into the Stargate and into the Nexuses, whereas if you don't Chrono Boost anything, you are able to build those 2 additional gateways straight away, but then your probe count is going to be suffering. So let's see how effective this will be. The Hellions are already in position, trying to go ahead and run on into the natural base. It first has to finish, and there has to be a probe transfer. I wouldn't actually be surprised if Reitor would not transfer probes here and rally this Nexus to his main until this attack is dealt with. So here comes the medevac, but the medevac is getting picked on by the Phoenixes. Oh my god, the Widowmine, the Widowmine, the Widowmine, the Widowmine! The Widowmine gets 4 kills, despite the fast splitting by Reitor, notwithstanding all the other probes in the natural base, meanwhile, have been killed by the Hellions. Let's see how many kills those have gotten. 3 kills on this one, 0 kills on this one, 1 kill on that one. So 4 probes, that's 8 probes total killed for Mac. That's a decent beginning, and he can go back even, but he'll have a little bit of a more difficult time right now, and I think these Hellions will get taken out shortly here. There we go. Very effective defense by Reitor, who is going to go on ahead and... Oh my god. Another 3 kills by these Widowmines. 5 even. So, let's see. Looks like Reitor is trying to go for some sort of a 3-gate attack, supported by Phoenixes. He's not mining any gas, though, which is a little bit of a... I mean, he would he would like to get... Oh my god, that was so close. Almost killing a Phoenix there. He would like to get out an Oracle, but can't really do it. He can't really do it because he doesn't have the gas, and he has to be warping almost exclusively Zealots. He's trying to go for it. I think he's... Oh, that's a nice move. Hallucinating an Immortal. But he has to get out of the range of those Widowmines, otherwise all of this army will be blown to smithereens. This one Widowmine is recharging. Has 2 seconds on the timer. SCVs are being pulled, but the army is finally away from the radius. And I think the natural will even have to be abandoned, although Reitor does not have that many units here. He's got 1 hallucinated Immortal, 6 Zealots, and 2 Stalkers. Is this going to be enough? The supply depots are going down. The natural is being forced not to mine at this point in time, but this siege tank will of course ensure that Mac will not fall. Mac will stay in this game because there's not a damn thing you can do about a siege tank being repaired by SCVs. Oh, beautiful move there, even preventing those Zealots from getting at the siege tanks. Will the SCVs be able to save it? Oh, here come the Phoenixes actually trying to kill the tank, but the missile turret almost saving the day, but almost doesn't count. And now it's all down to the Widowmines. Very wonky game we are seeing here. The Widowmines, if they clean up with the second tank dying, if the Widowmines clean up the Zealots, I think we could say that Mac almost has won. How many Harvesters do we have? Okay, 3 SCVs remaining compared to 15 probes. But we do have 2 orbital commands, which means mules. He just needs to get rid of these Zealots. What are you doing, Mac? What the hell are we watching? Okay, Sentry, this is not gonna work. You know that, I hope. Oh, what the? Okay, so he floated his natural... Oh, that was a third, okay. So a third command center. And he wanted to mine from there with the mules, but unfortunately, Reitor catching on to that. I mean, those mules have to at least return the minerals. Oh my god, that was a lot of wasted energy right now, and a lot of income not getting to where it's supposed to go. Oh, the Widowmines. The other Widowmines! Oh, they do clean up the Zealots. And I think right now, Reitor... Oh my god, what the hell? 18 kills on a Widowmine, are you kidding me? 28 probes killed. 34 SCVs, and a main base denied from mining entirely. The only units for the Protoss player are 3 Zealots. Look at the SCV count. It was 3 just a couple of minutes ago, or a minute ago, and right now it's at 14. Unbelievable. Unluckily for mech, there are no Widow Mines defending the probe line, the SCV line here, so the Zealots are just free to go in there and kill themselves some more units. And unbelievably, Reitor only just now starting to mine gas off the natural extractor. Did he see those Hellbats? I don't know if he knows. He sees the tank shots, but I don't know if he realizes that he'll be facing Hellbats very soon. And he's just not equipped to deal with this. He's just not equipped to deal with this. He's just... Okay, so he basically wants to have time to recuperate his losses from the earlier attack and all those Widow Mine shots. But I don't know, I mean, Mech is at 72 supply, Reitor is at 40. Doesn't look like he's got any kind of army defending this. 1 Stalker and 6 Zealots, please. And that Oracle, what's that gonna do? What's that gonna do? I mean, it can try and harass the 3rd base, but it certainly is not gonna get... Well, okay, the missile turret has been killed, so it may get some SCV kills actually from the main base, and there are no Widow Mines protecting the mineral line here. But the natural is completely safe at this point. Now, Reitor, you need to get your shit together. You have your natural base saturated almost. Please start making units. So this Oracle coming in has 2 kills only. Oh my god, did he actually activate that beam too soon? So we have Oracles flying about everywhere. You should... Oh, I know. He activated the Envision ability to get rid of the Widow Mines, or just not get killed by the Widow Mine. Here comes the Hellbats. The Zealots are in position to deal with them, though, and there is a cannon as well. And the medevac, I think, has gotten taken out. Yeah, it was taken out. Now, with this missile turret, I don't think that Oracle is going to have a good time. Though I kind of... okay, this one barely surviving. Getting 3 kills. That's a bold move. Considering that Oracles die in 4 shots. So this is turning into a really crazy game, and you know, Mac, I feel like he's giving Reitor a little bit too much time. He could try to go for it with another... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright, so no kills this time. Mac was very fast to pull those units back, but the 3rd base, again, unprotected. Is this Oracle gonna get more than 3 kills? Has to be target firing very diligently here, as Mac's gigantic high hit point army with stealth assassins on board is moving across the map. Mac, what are you doing? You're losing SCVs for no apparent reason. There are Oracles in position everywhere, just not out on the map. And Reitor, he's gonna be so caught off guard by this attack. The tanks don't even need to siege up. The Widow Mines are taking out half the army before these Hellbats even engage, and I think Reitor is going to be very pissed off, and he's going to be rage quitting out of this game, because how do you deal with this? Oh my god, such a manner boy. GG. Not even rage quitting. Reitor, I am disappointed, son. I would have rage quitted so hard off of this. Like, I would have rage quitted so hard you wouldn't believe. Definitely. Mac, I have to say, you have one of the you're providing us with one of the most wonky games I have ever seen in my life. So, we are done for today. Mac, are you streaming? If you're streaming, you can just post your the link to your stream in the chat, like right now. Okay, go post the link. This is your last chance. I'm not gonna give you an opportunity to do that next time. So there it is. If you want to see more funky games, I can almost guarantee that this guy is not gonna disappoint you. So check him out. And with that, I'm gonna be signing off. So this was another Cast My Game. I'm gonna have a short break, and then I will start the stream again with Sleeping Dogs. And I'm gonna be playing that, and I'm gonna be playing that tomorrow during the day as well. So if you want to stay and watch, you're welcome to do so. It's a very cool game. I love the story so far. And we left off yesterday. Actually, let's just do it in the next session. Okay, so this has been Cast My Game. I've been BelleNOiR, and I'll see you guys in a few minutes, optionally tomorrow. Thank you for watching. If you care to find out more about me, just follow my social media, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, everything is BelleNOiRtv. Thanks for watching, and until next time, remember to storm first and ask questions later. See you guys.